All right, what's going on, YouTube? We are back in it for another one. So at this point, there's a lot of us that don't like this game. Most of us don't like this game. I hear about it every time in my comment section. I quit this game back in December. I quit this game on this day. I haven't played this game in months. You know, you got the weirdos, of course, that are fighting and soldiering in the comment section for this game. But most of us don't like this game, Modern Warfare Deuce. And for a lot of you, there's just too many reasons why you lost count, why you hate this game. And I'm kind of in that same boat as well too, but I actually could have liked this game if they would have cleaned up a few things. It never would have been a top 5 COD in my opinion, but the potential was here. I could have liked this game. I know a few of y'all got your jaw on the floor right now, right? He said he actually could like this game. Yeah, man, because no matter what, I look at the situation objectively. The potential was here. Infinity Ward straight up didn't listen, stubborn as hell, incompetent, and they're lazy, in my opinion, at least anyway. And Activision's greed definitely has a lot to do with that too. All they had to do was loosen up the skill-based matchmaking a little bit in one hand, and in that same hand, do something with these broken as hell gunfights. You guys know what I'm talking about. And even things like the algorithms that we see with, you know, enemy footstep audio just going missing out of nowhere when you're having good games and stuff like that. Like all that trash that people are out here arguing is just a figment of our imagination. We got the tinfoil hat on, conspiracy theories shit. Clean that up, loosen up that skill-based matchmaking. Give us sufficient content instead of this watered down trash that's drip fed to us, and it's not nearly enough, and it's not even high quality. You're gonna tell me these maps that we're getting, these quote unquote new original maps, like they used a building from a state and they give us the worst possible map that they could? Like, come on, man. The map looked cool, Lighthouse looks cool. That map plays like complete and total ass, bro. They give us maps like that instead of quality maps that everybody, most of the community, would enjoy. But no, they're too worried about shoving these cringy ass bundles, filling up that store every single week with these cringy ass bundles, like expensive as hell too. And we get maps like Border Crossing and Lighthouse and shit. Give us a ninja perk back so we can make some plays, we can make some moves on these sentinel bitches camping. They don't hear us coming from a mile away, and clean up the movement a little bit, man. I'm not asking for no slide canceling back. I can't stand that shit. I can't stand these nerds who want to bunny hop 5 times a gunfight shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the sprint out time, man, because the sprint out time in this game sucks. The ADS time in this game sucks. No matter what attachments no matter what tuning you do, the ADS time still sucks a lot of the time in this game. Never mind trying to slide or dolphin dive for cover or something, man. Like you're putting yourself at a disadvantage to do that. So you got another sentinel bitch. He can hear you coming from a mile away because of the feet, right? Like that's number one. But let's say you sneak up on him, he's camping in a corner, and you just try to slide around the corner or dolphin dive around the corner. Now, keep in mind, we're in a lobby with skill-based matchmakers, so this dude's probably already going to kill you before you could get your gun ready out of that slide or that dolphin dive, because you're sitting there like you're like a fucking elephant caught in slow motion, like, ooh, trying to get your gun ready out of a dolphin dive or a slide. It's just stupid-ass fucking decisions. They could have cleaned up those things and added sufficient content to this game, and I would have liked this game, dead ass. I still would have had problems with it, absolutely, because there's still dumb decisions being made with this game. You know, the perk change, time release perks, and no red dots on the minimap. There's other shit here that would have annoyed me with this game, but I actually would have liked this game. I could have lived with those other problems. It seems to be a common theme with Infinity Ward. They're clueless, man. You look at Ghost with this new Infinity Ward team. COD Ghost drops after Black Ops 2. Like I've said in many videos, because it's how I felt back in the day, I didn't hate Ghost as much as the community. But come on, man, you go for Black Ops 2 to COD Ghost. Like that was a serious shock to the system. It really just seemed like they were clueless. They didn't know what the community wanted, and they want to cater to this small minority just loves Infinity Ward games, and they really love camping. They love those sentinels. Look at Modern Warfare 2019. What's the main complaint that I have with Modern Warfare 2019? I'm not talking about individual things, just how clueless and out of touch Infinity Ward was. Infinity Ward had no identity with that game. That game catered so much to the Sentinel crowd. But then you also had the nerds in there slide canceling and bunny hopping all over the place too. The game had no identity. It was Modern Warfare, but on new Infinity Ward terms with great leaders like the man himself, Joseph Sessa. I want to read you guys a quote from Jeff Smith, one of the lead guys over there at Infinity Ward, the multiplayer design director at Infinity Ward. And this was an article that Dexerto published today. And we'll get into that actually in a minute. But he goes on to say, this Jeff Smith guy goes on to say, as a fun side note, I'll probably get in trouble for this, but the last 3 maps of this year, we've kind of leaned into maps I think would play that style really well. Speaking about the competitive scene, speaking about competitive maps. Now, I've seen a lot of people freaking out about this article from Dexerto because of the way that they word it. It's definitely on that line, right? Very clickbaity. The way that they make it sounds like we're only getting 3 maps for Modern Warfare do. So people are like, oh my God, we're only getting 3 more maps for this piece of shit game. I ain't buying COD 23 and all that shit. And hey, good on them, right? But a lot of people are freaking out because they think this means that we're only getting 3 maps for the rest of the year with Modern Warfare Deuce. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at that point, but that's not what this article is saying. I suggest you guys go and read it yourself if you want. It's on Dexerto's website. You can go through it there. It's just the way that they word some things, it does make it kind of seem that way. But if you just look and actually read and understand what's being said here, they're just talking about the final 3 maps. The last 3 maps that we're getting for Modern Warfare Deuce are leaning into competitive. It's not saying that there's only 3 maps coming. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised, but we're due for what, at least 2 more seasons? There's no way, I mean, they're lacking so much content in this game, but there's no way over the course of 2 seasons, we're only going to get 3 maps, man. So this probably just means the last 3 maps, let's say the last season, we only get 3 maps in that season. That's what they're probably talking about. So whatever the last season's going to be, the 3 maps that we get for this game, when that time comes, are going to be heavily focused on the competitive scene. But I want you to just actually think about that for a second. We went through, at this point, by the time we get these last 3 maps of the year, we went through almost a year of Modern Warfare Deuce completely catering to Sentinels. All the safe spaces you can imagine. So we're going to go from that. We're going to trade those safe spaces in to have maps with, we're going to trade the safe spaces in for head glitches, right? That's what they're trying to say. They want to cater these last 3 maps for a group, for a crowd, where isn't their season up next month in June? Doesn't the competitive scene, doesn't that season end in June? So by the time they get these maps, it doesn't even matter, man. Those dudes is getting ready for COD 23. You want to talk about lost and confused. You go, your entire game's life cycle catering to a certain crowd. You cater to the noobs, you cater to the Sentinels, just for the end of it when nobody cares anymore and they're getting ready to move on to the next game and their season's over, you want to cater to the super sweats that are constantly head glitch and hold down lines of sight, but they can bunny hop with the best of them. They got the best aim, reaction time and shit on the game. You want to wait until the life cycle of the game is over to cater to those people. Absolutely fucking clueless. It's a leadership problem with Infinity Ward. Or maybe they seen how much Ranked is taking off. Ranked is doing very well. Apparently people are watching Ranked on Twitch and on YouTube, and a lot of people are playing Ranked. They're enjoying Ranked because Treyarch made Ranked. They're enjoying Ranked. So now they're doing this to appease those people who seem to enjoy Ranked. Again, it falls back on leadership. Infinity Ward just don't have the personnel, man. You look back at when Infinity Ward actually made good Call of Duties, the 2 CODs that I was a part of, COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, the original, they had Jason West. They had Vince Appella. These guys had a vision. They had authority. When they said something, people listened, and people working under them believed in those types of people, right? Because they had character and they actually had the skills to do their job. You look at all those great Treyarch games, man, hit after hit after hit. They had Vaughn. I know a lot of people talk shit about Vaughn. They had Vaughn running the show. And what did we see when people want to talk about how Treyarch has fallen off? Well, when did it start falling off? Now, I don't agree with anybody who says that Black Ops 3 was trash. Yeah, the jetpacks held it back a little bit. The supply drops was out of control. Thank you, Activision, for that. That wasn't on Treyarch at all. But I mean, didn't Vaughn take over Blackout with Black Ops 4? And that's when we really started seeing people like myself who loved Treyarch multiplayer games. That's when the first time, like I always say, the first miss with me with Treyarch for multiplayer was Black Ops 4. Do I like it better than these recent games? I do, but still, it was a miss for me. And Cold War, we can't even put that on them. They had to bring Vaughn back for Cold War after Black Ops 4 because he was let go because Vaughn said something about Trump or something like that on Twitter. They had to bring him back for Cold War, cleaning up Sledgehammer Games' mess. They didn't have enough time to get it. They were so understaffed, they had to bring him back. And that still turned out to be, in my opinion, the best COD we've gotten since Modern Warfare 2019. And we wonder why these Infinity Ward games just feel so out of touch, and they're just, I mean, look at this shit. You want to make your game for a certain crowd and continue with that despite all the complaints from the community. Everybody telling you this is all you need to do, man, and we'll like your game, we'll enjoy your game. You're making stupid decisions. You're making the wrong decisions. They ignore everybody because they're stubborn as fuck and they don't care. They don't care what anybody has to say. And they go and they make this game that people are not enjoying and they stick to that formula. But right at the end, they go ahead, all right, we're going to just switch it up, man. We've given you all these trash maps that people don't enjoy, but all these windows and buildings and everything else just completely pimped for campers, for fucking Sentinel bitches. But now at the end, man, here, we're going to give you some super sweaty maps for the competitive crowd. Here you go, man. We're going to change the game right before COD 23 comes out. Infinity Ward Infinity Ward, I know they got their soldiers out here. They love Infinity Ward games. They only play Infinity Ward Call of Duties. I get that. I'll see them on this video and they'll be hating. Infinity Ward, the people that they got there now, just, they ain't it, man. And they have a serious leadership problem, in my opinion. That's it. That is all I have on this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out.